to KF&JF Podcast Show, guys. I'm so excited that everybody's out there tuning into all of our social media. We really can't thank you enough. And I'm your host, Keith. And we're here today with a guest that I want you guys to pay close attention to all of the things that he's doing in his business. But first of all, I'd like to say thank you. Thank you to you guys for being out there, subscribing, and doing all of the things you've been doing to help support us. And it's just, it's overwhelming sometimes when you have that kind of support out there and helping you grow. And I want you guys to give that same support to my guest as he tries to grow his business as well. Today, we have...
Hello everyone, my name is Sam with LUCIO El Californio. We bring a variety of snacks, mainly focusing on beef brisket jerky. And Keith, thank you for having me in the show again.
Right on, man, right on.
We were here a little bit less than a year ago. Or
Yeah, it's been about
very excited to see everything, how you guys have grown. Rashad back there, man, thank you again for having me. It's great to be here.
No, thank you, man, for so much. Tell everybody a little bit about, your business. Like, tell me the name of it again, and what exactly the type of beef jerkies that you do.
Right, so we are El Californio, and we're a small family-owned business. Started back in September of 2021, and we bring quality beef jerky. As I mentioned before, I like beef jerky, but the stuff at the store just wasn't my taste.
Wow.
Between the quality of the cut, the citric acid, and all this other preservatives that they add, I had to find a better choice. So started making my own. Eventually, fast forward to 2025, we found a manufacturer that's willing to work with us, that we are able to work with them as well to keep bringing that quality beef jerky. We have different flavors. We have Cali Lemon Kick, which is our lemon pepper. We have Cali Heat, which is my favorite, and it's a great one because it's not only sugar-free but gluten-free as well.
Wow.
We have Death Valley Reaper, which is a Carolina Reaper flavor, pretty spicy. We also have, let's see the pineapple teriyaki, and we're bringing new flavors. We're also incorporating some bacon. So we're going to have sriracha bacon. We're going to have some applewood smoked bacon, and a couple of sausage steaks and things that we are able to now expand.
Wow, when you're talking about your new adventure in 2025, talk a little bit about how did you even get there? As far as dealing with a new provider, helping your business grow. How did you even market that? Someone just came to you, or were you knocking on doors like we all have to do?
Yeah, knocking on doors. I got to tell you, it was a process. From the beginning, from 2021, once I decided that I wanted this to be a business, once the family kind of jumped in and we decided this is what we want to do, we started trying to find, first of all, a manufacturer. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's like I mentioned to you the last show, we want growth, but we want manageable growth.
Right.
So yeah, it's a process. We spoke to different companies, different providers, manufacturers. Some were a little bit pricey, some wanted really big minimum orders, until we finally found one that fits, the small business, which is what we, at El California, we are a small business, a family-owned business.
Wow, I'm thinking like, when you had to do that, what was your process like in your mind? Like, did you feel like you didn't want to change some things, or did you have to find a way to change some things in your business,
Right. Adaptability. It's, I would say it's the name of the game, as all business owners know, Of course, I would have loved to keep my recipes, but the process was a little bit longer, a little bit more costly. So instead, we found a way to work with the manufacturer that we are with now to bring that same quality and similar recipes, but at a larger scale.
Wow. So what does that look like when you say a larger scale? Does that mean that you have to, you trying to put your product in stores, or you have that ability, or will they be helping you to navigate that type of flow?
Right, yeah, so at this moment, we would love to be in stores. But honestly, at this point, because of our costs, we're not able to, sell to the stores at a price that we both benefit.
Okay.
But however, we are entering in this 2025, we are entering into e-commerce. Platforms such as Instagram, platforms such as whatnot.com, which is a relatively new platform that opened up that gate for smaller businesses to be able to enter with the big dogs, if you will. So now we're able to produce beef jerky faster in larger quantities as opposed to when I was doing it.
Right,
Me
working
and my
hard.
wife,
Working hard.
2.5 days to make a batch of beef jerky.
Wow.
We're still a small batch beef jerky company, but we can produce a little bit more.
Wow. How do you work with that? Because I'm thinking, so that means that you can't make anything at home anymore. You have to go through this avenue to get your product out. Or do you still try to do stuff at home, which would be different than what you're producing in the masses? So do you stop making things at home now? Everything goes through this process?
Everything goes through this process because we are now going through a facility that's not only FDA approved, but it's approved by the Department of Agriculture.
Okay.
As opposed to now where we could only sell at events now, before, now we're able to, send beef jerky to New York, beef jerky to Florida.
Wow, man, that's I'm wondering, what you have gotten some reviews from people out of state that you've sent it to? Tell me a little about that.
We have, very excited, with Whatnot, that platform that we got in there. My wife told me, don't say that because, people, 5 stars, man. 5 stars. People love the flavors, the quality. We've had purchases from Maryland, like I said, New Jersey, Florida, Alabama, and we when we do our lives and Whatnot, we just love to give a shout out. We say, hey, let us know where you're from. We want to give a shout out. Alabama in the house, New Jersey in the house.
Yeah, I mean that's what business is all about. Being able to spread it, man. Being able to get it out there. And you got a platform where you could do that now. Are you nervous about it? How do you feel inside having something was your baby as you started, and now you're now making it a bigger thing?
It's exciting. I'll be honest with you. There was a time even earlier this year where it just kind of everything paused. Situations, financial situations in the family, and even in the markets. And obviously, we know the political situation in the country affected a little bit, right? So the markets kind of slowed down a little bit. It got to the point where I felt a little bit trapped. What do I do now? I can't really sell online just yet. But I need to find something. It got to the point where and I'm sure a lot of business owners can connect with this, the small business owners. It got to a point where I thought maybe this is it. Maybe this is where California shuts the door. But I'm reminded, family. Yeah,
God works in mysterious ways as well, man.
Yeah, like I mentioned last time, everything we have by His grace, with His favor. So my wife always encouraging me, let's find a way. There's got to be a way. So we started looking, found the manufacturer, and it's like a new opportunity. I feel like I have something to look forward to again. If California's back, baby, and we're better than ever.
Wow, that's great, man. Because I couldn't imagine I would hope to imagine to try to, have a business where you and your wife was working together so much to try to make this happen. Do you, especially with the climate, like you say, the way it is, it used to be a lot of mom and pops that you can get these products to, and a lot of those businesses are, gone because of a lot of the different things that are happening in our communities. So how did you, was that where you felt like, things were different?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'd say about 80% of our business came from vendor markets, and they were either canceled or nobody was showing up. There's vendor fees that we have to pay. You're out there. Like I said, we're a small family business. Our kids want a snack. Our kids want some lunch. I could go 8 hours without eating.
Not
my children.
Not your kids.
It was a challenge.
I mean, I just imagine when I first met you. You were out there. It was cold. You're out there doing your thing at a vending event, and I think that's one of the things that we have to constantly remind our audience and viewers out there how important it is for those mom and pops that are out there working hard in these vendor places, trying to get their products out there to the masses, and you were able to work through that to get yours in a place where you can do that. So tell us a little bit about what it's like being a business owner, the ins and outs, trying to grow, or do you have partners, or just you and your wife?
Just me and my wife right now. I think eventually we're looking to grow. As I mentioned, growth is always the final goal, but also leave a legacy for our children. It doesn't matter what I do if I don't leave anything for those behind me. Yeah,
I like that, man. I really like that. I was gonna say, I really like that.
No, yeah, definitely. And one of the things that I like to think of as a California is not only to bring the products that we bring, but also to inspire others.
Mm-hmm.
You know, inspire that that kid in his bedroom thinking,
Right.
I mean, maybe I want to start something for myself. Maybe I want to go into business for myself. I always tell my kids, there's nothing better than having something for yourself.
Wow.
You know,
Man.
something to leave behind.
I think that's why, you know, kind of like when we started the podcast, in a way, part of it is that we wanted to show and have people see us, you know, like I said before, and some, you know, that this is one of the biggest things about small business. If people see people like you doing things, then they're inspired, and we have to constantly do that. Even if you see other people, it don't have to be people like you. But the same thing is that we want to constantly give our youth something to look up to and give them an opportunity. How do you feel about that when you think about your kids in that way?
You know, I feel happy that there's an opportunity there for my children. You know, they don't have to start where I started. Nothing wrong with starting from the bottom.
Right.
But as I mentioned, it's always about leaving something. If I leave California to my kids, they're gonna leave it to my grandkids, so on and so forth.
Wow. How did you come up with the name?
Oh, well, we're in the great state of California.
That was as simple as that, huh?
Simple as that. We went through a couple of names, and then one day I said, you know what? I'm a guy from California.
Right.
I'm a Californio.
Yeah.
And this is the beef jerky that I make. So the California beef
Oh,
jerky.
wow. So tell me a little bit about the process of working through trademark and, you know, copyrights and all these different other things that you're doing. Are you working through that, or have you already achieved your copyright or trademark for your product?
We are working on it. As I mentioned, we had some challenges earlier this year. I had an LLC before, but with the finances kind of coming down a little bit, and as you guys know, with an LLC, you gotta pay.
Yeah, you gotta pay that.
No matter what.
Yeah, no matter what.
So we saw ourselves having to close that LLC. Right now, we're taking other options, and we're slowly, you know, coming back up. But yeah, as you mentioned, you know, you asked earlier, what is it like being a small business owner?
Yeah.
It's challenging.
Yeah.
But the reward is there.
You know, I think that sometimes that's a part that is so hard to tell yourself, right? Is that, you know, there's some reward on the end of this, you know, bill that I've been paying, but it is, and you've accomplished that. So talk a little bit about the product again, and why is that, you know, those flavors important to you, and what's your goal about how many flavors you would like to get to?
Oh, that's a great question. So one of the things that changed, before I was using bottom round. That's the cut that I was using originally. Now we're using beef brisket, which is a more tender, a better cut. The flavors, a lot of our flavors are inspired by California. Excuse me. Death Valley Reaper, for example. California, Death Valley is one of the hottest places in California. And Death Valley Reaper brings that kick.
Oh, wow.
So there it is. Pineapple teriyaki, we're thinking of the Los Angeles coast, you know, the beach, palm trees, there it is. Lemon pepper, we just love it. You know, you go to Wingstop, get yourself some lemon pepper wings, or go to a Mom and Pop's, get yourself some wings, you know, delicious flavors. And then Cali heat, obviously, we're thinking of the desert area. We're based out of Beaumont.
Oh, okay.
So you got that Cali heat, you know, that serrano pepper that comes through, shines beautifully. That's kind of how it came out.
Wow.
We, like I said, we have more flavors dropping, more and more flavors that are coming down the pipeline. I don't want to have, at this point, not too many, because I want to be able to have that control, as we mentioned, you know, that growth that can be managed. But we do want to diversify our options.
Well, I think that's one of the best things you could do is keep it small. And that way, you know, I keep referring this guys to In-N-Out Burger. It's only hamburgers and French fries, and it's whatever little shake or what. It's not that big of a menu, so you know when you go in there, it's only a few things you get in there. And those type of businesses have always succeeded by just making it small and really trying to concentrate on that. So talk a little bit about how you plan to deal with all of the diversity that's in it. You know, do you try to sell to a particular group, or you try to sell to the masses? Everybody is available for that.
You know, it's available to everybody. I understand that, you know, with a name such as El California, you're kind of close off yourself to maybe California people, but California is for everybody. You know, California is it's not necessarily a brand. It's it's a person.
Okay.
It's a family.
Okay.
It's a group of people that want to bring you quality products that we eat. I mean, my children eat this. And because I eat myself this product, I'm comfortable to bring it so you can share it with your family, with your friends.
Wow. I really like the fact that what you did there, because I know it was good, and it's going to be good when you guys get out there and get it too. So I'm not going to try to ruin it for you, but I know you're not going to just be buying 1, 2, or 3. You're going to try to get the box so you can have one in your car, some at work, and someplace else. So I just think that, with your business, do you see that being something that you can kind of like get in places that normal people don't get to, like certain stores or certain group of people that's not used to trying this type of jerky?
We have had some people that have, not tried jerky, or even people that said, I've tried it, I just don't like it. But
Right.
because we bring different recipes, a different style, a different type of meat, a different cut, they turn around and they say, oh, this is really good stuff. I'm not usually a beef. I've had this quote actually. I'm not usually a beef jerky guy, but this stuff is good.
Yeah, that's because I'm not used to it. Because you mentioned something, like they got the longs, but I don't know what they call it. And I was like, I don't like that. But it was I don't know, I was in Texas somewhere and it was a beef jerky. I'm like, oh man, you know what the thing is? I need to be able to chew through the beef jerky. I like meat, right? I don't know. Do you find that beef jerky has to have a little stiffness, real stiffness to it, or can it be tender?
I think it's based on personal likes. I like my beef jerky a little bit drier, a little bit closer to. So even when I started with the California, we were closer to carne seca. A little bit carne seca, which is like dry meat. This one has a little bit. It has that tenderness, it has that juiciness, and it has still a pretty good chew and a pretty good bite, but it's not super hard.
Yeah.
The closest thing I have to the carne seca right now would be the Cali Heat, and that's just because it has no sugar.
Wow.
I'm not sure if you guys are familiar, but sugar brings up the moisture content of the meat. By not having sugar, Cali Heat not only brings you a better product by having mostly meat, but also brings just a little bit more dry.
Wow. That's kind of like one of those things I'm looking forward to hearing more about. We're going to take a break right now. We're going to be right back with So, you know what? We're going to show you guys some of that. So look forward to seeing us chow down on something. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. Hang in there. Be right back. Welcome back, guys. We really appreciate you guys joining us again and staying in tune. We're so happy that you're back. We've been talking about this beef jerky long enough. It's time for us to get to it. So I'm going to have him talk about which ones he has. Show you guys. All right, let's talk a look at what you got there.
Yeah, so at El California, we have 4 flavors that we brought today to share with KF&JF podcast. This one is the pineapple teriyaki, one of our best sellers. No added MSG, 15 grams of protein per bag. You get 3 ounces of pure beef brisket. It's a real tongue twister.
Yeah. I like that. I like beef brisket too.
Pineapple teriyaki. We also have, for the thrill seekers out there, we have our Death Valley Reaper. This is a hot one.
Wow.
This one is made with Carolina Reaper peppers. Still no added MSG. Still brisket. 27 grams of protein per bag.
Wow.
We also have our Cali Lemon Kick, which is our lemon pepper flavor. Another great flavor. If you don't like any spice, this is all of the flavor, none of the spice. A gluten-free alternative, and 33 grams of protein per bag. Again, pure brisket.
Wow.
And then you have my personal favorite, the Cali Heat. Cali Heat, again, gluten-free, but it's also sugar-free, so it's a great alternative. This is what we call our clean jerky and our power jerky, 45 grams of protein. Perfect for when you're out hiking, coming out of the gym, going to the gym, for that person that's on moving quick all day long, 45 grams of protein.
Wow.
Beautiful flavor on this one.
Well, let's see what's going on, guys. I have picked mine, the pineapple teriyaki. We finna get down right here on live KF&JF podcast. I'm sorry, I know you guys are probably sitting there. Let me see what it looks like. All right, just wait a minute. Hold tight, it's coming. Oh, it smells.
There you go, good.
Oh, you guys smell that? Oh, I'm sorry, you can't smell it. But I'm gonna tell you this. Woo! Watch how tender this is. I'm sorry, guys, but I'm eating it all.
Oh man, I can smell it now too.
Mmm.
A pineapple, that teriyaki flavor.
I can't even ask no questions, but you guys know I'm gonna try anyway. Talk a little bit about the labeling. Who came up with the labeling?
Well, I do have a little bit of a background on graphic design. So this bull actually drew myself using, of course, we're gonna give them a shout out, Adobe.
Oh.
Adobe tools. The flames, it's that heat. We want to bring the heat. Black background, that black label. You know about the black label.
Yeah.
So that's what it is right there. El Californio, again, coming from California. And then obviously we want to let our consumers know the ingredients, our nutrition facts, some of our words to let you know what kind of product you're getting. Of course, inspected and approved by the Department of Agriculture.
Wow.
And that QR code is actually our little secret weapon. You scan that, it sends you to our Instagram where you can find us at El Californio Snacks.
Talk a little bit about the process of doing this, as far as the labeling and all of that. Was that something that you have to do now that you're having this new stage of the business?
Oh, yes. Yeah, so as per regulations, you got to have all this information. All this information has to be there. The designing of the label itself, originally, it took me, I want to say about 2-3 hours to create. That's actually once I had the idea to put it together. But the whole, the creative process of it took a little bit longer. Fortunately, this one, our manufacturer has a graphic designer on staff, and he was able to help us just kind of take that.
Pop it out?
Exactly. That original label that we had is basically this one. You just kind of branded up, brought it up a little, gave it a little more commercial kick, and that's how we came up with this one.
Wow, man. I mean, I love this. I don't know how people can, I'm going to tell you, because this is a brisket tenderness. I don't know if you can just open this and say, well, I'm going to put it back inside somewhere. I think me thinking about it, I'm kind of upset. I would eat the whole thing in one setting. Is that not good?
I mean, you will get 15 grams of protein with this one. So
ooh,
yeah, you'll get that protein.
Better than a shake.
There you go.
Better than a shake, because I would definitely. I mean, I just love this. I'm like, man, this is. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I'm just thinking, man. We're shooting this video right now, but my stomach is saying to me, "Can we just finish this bag?" That's good, man. So I'm really proud of you and what you're doing. Talk a little bit about your family and your wife and how you guys got together in this way, making this.
Yeah. So we used to work at the same place. I'm not gonna mention it, but
Yeah, sure.
we used to work at the same place. I was there for nearly a decade,
Wow.
and she was there just maybe about 7-8 years.
Okay.
And
all that time you've been passing by her?
Yeah. Well, we've been together since. We've been together since 2007.
Oh,
and we got married in 2009.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay,
so we were married for a minute.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's good.
But the El Californio Odyssey itself started back in 2021 when like I mentioned, life happened.
Yeah.
And I lost my job. I actually was offered another opportunity, so I resigned from my position. When I got to that other place, hey,
wow,
somebody else took it.
So
I started applying, looking, did a little bit of temporary work, and it just got to a point where I was sitting at home and I was saying, I can't just wait around. My savings were almost depleted.
Yeah.
Had to pull out my 401k.
Yeah.
I mean, the bills don't wait.
They don't wait for nobody, man. I'll tell you that right now.
That's right. I said, something needs to be done, and that's when the idea was born. I mean, beef jerky, it's a product that everybody loves, everybody likes. Let's bring that personal touch.
Wow.
What do I look for in beef jerky that I can't find outside of my recipes, and then share that with the world.
I mean, I'm so happy. But your wife was on. Did she have flavors that she liked, or certain things that she wanted to express in this, or was it just mainly you expressing those flavors?
No, it was definitely a team effort. Actually, the whole family got down. My kids even, I'd come up with a recipe, put it together, they would taste it.
Mm-hmm.
Dad, it's a little too spicy, it's a little too salty, this and that. What if you had this, what if you had that? So definitely the creative process it was family from the beginning.
Wow. Talk a little bit about your background as far as, your dad and your mom, they're a part of this right now, or?
They always have supported us from the beginning. Always, buying bags and then sharing it with family. A couple of family members, and we've actually exported. To Mexico. A couple of bags.
Really?
To family members, that they brought for the holidays and whatnot.
Could you sell it over there? Could you bring it over? I mean, would you have to go through another process to get it over?
There will be, there would definitely be another process as far as exporting from the U.S. But the way that it is right now, it can be sold internationally.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, man, that's gonna be great. So I'm just wondering, how do you see yourself in 3-4 years?
Wow. 3-4 years. I'm excited about the future. I'll start with that, and I do see growth. How much growth I can't tell you just yet, just because, as I mentioned, it's a new stage. It's e-commerce opens so many doors, you guys, but it brings completely different challenges. Competition is there, whether you're physical or on the internet, but I feel like internet is a little more, just a tad more competition, because you're competing against
everybody out there. Yeah, everybody out there.
Computer, phone, they're in there.
Yeah. Do you find that what could you do to help yourself in that way? Do you need to have hire a marketing person? What are you trying to do to help promote and push your brand?
So I have a little bit of background on marketing. Right now I'm working. The idea has been in my mind to go back and get my bachelor's, but I do have a marketing certification from Cornell, University of Cornell. So using those tools that I have been able to get, my background in my past works, I've also done a little bit of marketing, a little bit of public relations. So even for new businesses or small businesses that are watching us at the KF&JF podcast, it's not so much your product that you're selling, but you're also selling yourself.
Yeah.
How do I as a Californio distinguish myself from other people within that platform? Is treating people with respect, answering their questions, showing them genuinely who I am. I'm not putting up a facade. You'll see me make mistakes on camera. You'll see me drop a bag. You'll see me look at my wife like, was I supposed to say that? You'll see us, and that is what helps us stand out. We'll be silly. We have a California bull, which is either our son or our daughter. They put on that costume.
Yeah.
They come out with bells and whistles.
I forgot about that, man. You gotta remember, because I was like, who is that? That's really was marketing right there.
Oh yeah.
You still have that, huh?
We still
use that, huh?
Oh yeah, we still do. So if you join us on Whatnot at El Californio, We do a live show, and every now and then the bull will come on the bells.
Yeah, man.
And we do a giveaway for our viewers.
Yeah, make sure I get that. I want to be able to see that.
Yeah.
And make sure we use that, man. That's I remember that. It's so much. That was just so exciting to see that you put those two things together and market that. It was great, man. So how do you think your kids, think of you now that mom and dad is growing this business? Do they see that, or are they old enough to see the transition?
Oh yeah. My son is almost gonna be a senior in high school.
Oh shit.
My daughter's a little bit younger, but if to tell you how they see us, like what we look like in their eyes, would be difficult.
Yeah, of course.
But I can tell you what I'm hoping.
Okay.
I want them to see that, most of all, that no matter how many times life takes a swing in you and brings you down, you just got to get up one more time. Mom and dad have been swinging. Mom and dad have been fighting. El Californio is not my first business.
Okay.
In the past, I had business card business. I had a T-shirt business. I used to do B2B sales. Whatever I could get my hands on, I would buy in bulk and go out to businesses and sell in the street. I started selling my beef jerky out in the street. I go to the parking lots and offer it to people. So I want my kids to know that mom and dad are fighters.
Wow. That's beautiful. It's because you're talking right to them if they're watching it. So
that's right.
That's great. Your dad and your mom is out there doing the thing, and they're really helping a lot of other people understand what it means to commit to something. When you're committing to your business and you're committing to your family, you're committing to things that you want to leave behind for someone. That is a positive thing, and I say, you know what, that's great. Talk a little bit about some things that I haven't talked to you about regarding your business that you want the audience to know.
Well, we are, as I mentioned before, we're a small business, but even though we're small, we like to give back. I know the last show we mentioned that we did an event at the Veterans of Foreign Wars.
Right.
We gave 20% of our earnings for that day back to them.
Wow.
So going back to what do I see myself in 3-5 years, eventually, I've spoken to my wife about this, and we're both in agreement. Mm-hmm. Eventually, we'd like to open up, even if it's not a whole lot, just a small scholarship to help the next generation.
Oh, wow. Man.
That would be our final goal,
Oh, wow, that would be awesome, because that's kind of like one of mine, to be able to do that. But, picking the right place and understanding the whole process for that. But maybe it's not about picking a place, it's about just, finding people that is in need and being able to help them and doing that, So as you grow this new business and you're working with your, new provider and helping you to get your product out, do you feel like there's some pitfalls in this that you can see, or do you think that, you got everything under control, everything is going to work through right now?
Oh no, there's definitely, expect the unexpected, I would say, So far we've had, even on the show, I know we experienced it here, technical difficulties.
Yeah, technical difficulties.
We're doing our shows and whatnot, and the camera's off, the lighting is off. Where did I put the last bag that we were using?
Yeah.
There's always things as far as navigating, even the finances of it.
Yeah.
I think that's the most challenging thing, and I don't know if we talked about this the last time, but coming from a minority, mm-hmm. where we're not really instructed in finances.
Talk about that. I mean, say mention that, because I think that's important for people to understand. We, as minorities, we went through school and everything. They just skipped over the financial part, and that's why a lot of people don't know about it. Talk about that. Tell me what you think about that.
Yeah. So on personal experience, I can tell you, just get informed. There are resources out there, small business associations that you can join. Personally, I've learned. I've always been a bit frugal. I was taking care of my finances and taking care of the bills that need to be taken care of first. But especially with a business, I would say practice fiscal
responsibility.
Fiscal responsibility. Yes, make sure that everything is taken care of. Don't get carried away and start. Oh, I made a couple of bucks, so let me go get a brand car. Yeah. Make sure you get everything set up. What's for taxes, what's going back into the business. And one thing that I would share with you guys specifically is, I believe it's businesses don't turn a profit their first year. Most businesses.
No. 5 years even.
Even 5 years, yeah. And I can tell you that from right now, the way that we, as I mentioned, we kind of restarted. I find myself taking from my finances, my personal finances, investing into the business. Am I seeing returns right away? No. But I'm hoping and trusting that in the future, the growth is going to pay back.
Yeah, I think that's even for us here at the KF&JF podcast, that's one of the things that we have to constantly remind ourselves of, is that we're building something, right? You're building a business, you're building a brand, and those are things that require you to be 100% invested in. You can't just be invested in it for 6 months or 1 year or even 2 years. You got to be invested in it because it's something you see yourself doing, and you got to like it. And like you said in the beginning, which I like, you like eating beef jerky. You're going to tear this up. Even if you don't sell it to nobody, you're going to eat it. So, and I think that keeps you in the game. That keeps you moving in the game and helping you to, propel your business because you're vested in it and you like it. So how do you, I wanted to just, you said, your wife was a part of this, and I give thanks to her too because, together you guys got something that I like too. I don't know what y'all was doing in that kitchen, but I know that you came out with something good out of that kitchen. Tell me how you feel about your support system in that way.
It's amazing. Between my family, my wife, Anna, my parents, my buddy with Shine Mobile Spa, Michael Jantis.
All right.
Supporting since day one. I always will be grateful to him for supporting our business, and any chance I can get to support his as well. Even here, shout out.
Right. Shout him out again.
Give him a follow on Instagram, you guys.
All right, man. That's great because that's part of giving and giving back. Is being able to, when you can, recognize those that have been, there with you and holding up and supporting you. So I'm really happy that you shot him out because I know that his business is the greatest. That's all right. So you know what, man? I have some things I like to ask you about. Just the overall you. How you see yourself in this business world, man? You're out there, you're working hard, you're putting yourself in front of people. Are you scared? Or you have a phobia about being the front person?
You might not. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm shaking inside. I think one of the hardest parts for me to be in business, especially in e-commerce and all that. I don't know. Again, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm a pretty shy person.
Okay.
I keep to myself. If you go to my personal Instagram, you'll find minimum photos. I mean, there's a lot of photos, but I don't share. Oh, I found a golden tooth today. Hey guys, what's going on?
Yeah.
So bringing myself out of that shell and sharing this product with people on live, even in person. I have a little bit of background in sales, but I wasn't very good. And I can tell you one of the reasons, and it goes back to finding something that you love, right? One of the reasons is because I just didn't click with the product. Mm-hmm. If you're in sales, if you're providing a service, find something that you love, find a product that you truly believe in, and even if it's for yourself, if you are 100% convinced in your product and you trust it, it's going to be a whole lot easier.
Oh man, that is the big part about anything that you do is you got to love it. You got to love it because you'll get the best out of it. So tell people how they can get a hold of you. And tell people what, your Instagram and phone numbers, what they can do to get some of this good product.
Right, so you can find us on Instagram at El Californio Snacks. You can always place orders there. We accept Zelle, Cash App. We're not doing credit or debit right now, but we are doing Venmo. You can find us on Whatnot at El Californio. I believe we're going to schedule a show this upcoming either Thursday or we might have one tomorrow. We're running a little bit low in stock.
Okay.
It's been the love that we've received from our community, and the Whatnot community has been amazing, you guys. We are running low in stock. We are going to bring some more stock, I believe, on Thursday. Where we got more stuff coming. We got new flavors coming in.
Wow.
We've listened to our viewers. They've shared with us, do you have this flavor? Do you have that flavor? We listen to you guys, and we're bringing some of those flavors to you. They're coming.
Wow. Do you have to, a question for you, your product has a turnaround time, maybe a week or 2 weeks before you get it to them, or they get it within the time that they order? Or do you still have to wait for more product to come in as well?
Well, yeah. So when somebody buys it, I'll have it in stock.
Okay.
We just gotta wait for the USPS.
Okay.
Or whatever
Services.
shipping system
Yeah,
we're
okay,
using.
okay.
However, when I have to restock, it does take me about 2 weeks. It
Okay.
is a little bit longer. When I used to make the beef jerky, it would take me about 2.5 days to 3 days to make it, just because I marinated for 24 hours,
Right.
hand trimmed,
Right.
hand cleaned,
Right.
and we dehydrated it ourselves, seasoned it. It takes a little bit longer, but like I said, we can
Product is
get
good.
more product.
Yeah,
now.
that's probably good. So do you feel like you say you have the marketing background, do you think you'll be able to build that marketing platform more with like a website and all the other things of that nature?
We do want to add a website eventually.
Okay.
We're in that portion where we're growing right now.
Mhm.
So from Whatnot, we would like to have a website where we can have people just order there. We had one in the past, but the finances just weren't there. We had to close it down. But it is something that we are looking for to bring back. The background in marketing, like I said, I do want to keep growing in that. There are tools. Even in social media, there are
Right,
tools,
right, yeah,
promotional
yeah.
tools that you can use. There are apps that you can use. So it's just a matter of finding those resources and applying them.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. There's going to be a lot of things that. What do you got coming up new? What are some of the?
Oh, you gotta make me release them right here.
Yeah. What you got coming up, man? If you got to release it, you can release it on KF&JF'S.
You heard it first at KF&JF'S.
That's right, brother.
All right, so we got some garlic flavor coming out. We got some dill pickle coming out.
Woo!
We got that sriracha bacon coming out.
Sriracha bacon.
Applewood bacon's coming out as well.
Ah.
We got some meat sticks, different flavors, some hot, some peppered. Oof, man.
Is that gonna be like the New Year coming in, or is that gonna be before the Christmas holiday?
Oh no, yeah, that's dropping sometime in December. Be sure to keep posting on Whatnot at El Californio.
Oh man!
And follow us on Instagram, El California Snacks. That's where you're gonna get. You heard it here first, but you'll be able to hear it and see it also on our Instagram page.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about, man. We got some new news for you, and I can't wait for you to get it because I hope to get it before you. But I'm going to be working on that as well with everybody else, man. We're so happy to have you here, brother. I'm so happy, man, that your business is growing, and I'm looking forward to that, man. This is one of the greatest things about small business is meeting other small business. So thank you guys so much for tuning in to KF&JF Podcast. We're going to see you next time. Take care.
Have a good one.